Hey guys, legendary smasher of LED decks. Oh man. What's up, everyone? Mike's gonna be a little quiet because I turned on the kind of filter because there's a lot of noise going on outside. A bunch of kids playing outside. Hey, whatever. It's nice to see you again. So changes in the list. I had an interesting discussion with White Faces Callum on Twitter today with XJ Cloud about like relative value of different hate pieces against Breach. And he made a pretty good case for Mindbreak Trap, in that we want to diversify so that a single Serenity doesn't just like completely annihilate you. And before I had shied away from Mindbreak Trap because these decks run Silence, but they're probably cutting Silence against Goblins type decks, like Goblins, Maverick, D&D, not fair non-blue stuff. So we can see if we can get him with the Mindbreak Trap. I've really wanted to play Vorath Stronghold again for the really grindy matchups. Him starting to come back a bit, and like a couple of my losses lately have been because of kind of just flooding out, really, and Stronghold's really good at mitigating flood while also being a mana source when you need it to be. Also, there's a couple of people playing him because Veil has gone down, because Veil isn't good against Breach a lot of the time. Like, I lost to Mar because he hymned 2 Matrons out of my hand. I had 5 cards, and he hit 2 Matrons, and that's ultimately why I lost. Basic Swamp's kind of same thing with you. Like, it was the discard that, like, I was like 1 creature short games 2 and 3 of finding lethal a couple of times. So more people playing him. Also, Pashlik Mons has been less and less good for me lately. I have always felt like it's a bit of a build around card, and this build does not optimize it very well. It does not use it very actively. It just kind of has to have a passive effect. And given how much combos on Moto, I want to give Eero Squad another shot. It doesn't KO Breach, but if you can take 3 Rain Freezes, and they have to naturally find the last one, which is something. And then against a lot of these grindy decks, taking their Plague Engineers can mean that they're just like completely unable to beat you. 5/3 is a pretty good body, though it does get blocked up by Elks. But if you kill the Elk, then you can probably kill the Oko with 1 swing, because 5/3s are big. So I'm a little worse to Plague in one way, and a little better against it in another, in that I have more naturally beefy creatures. Like, still a 4/2 with a Plague on the battlefield, and 4/2s hit pretty hard. Going up to 3 Red Blasts again, because I've kind of realized that in any of the, like, if I looked at the Bug Zenith deck that won the challenge this weekend, and like Miracles did well, and since I cut Caracas because I've been seeing very little depths, this build is weak to lands. This build is very weak to lands. I've got these 6 cards, and like I don't even really like Leyline, and I've got the 1 Needle. So we're weak to lands, but I think that's okay. You know, I'll accept that. But the 3rd Red Blast really pulls a lot of weight against Miracles and Show and Tell, and just so many decks you really like. A lot of the control decks, like Stifle pile type stuff. You really want the 3. Is Miracle still a thing? Yeah, it got 2nd in the challenge, and then another top 8. Miracle's definitely still a thing. It's still a very good matchup, but I like having it on lock. But the real reason is like the more grindy Mar piles, 5-color control style things. Yeah, Stifle pile. Stifle's #1 leaderboard, so he's evidently doing well, and I think other people are starting to pick up his style of deck. And it's not like Stronghold's very good against his deck, but he also plays 4 Assassin's trophies, so it's not like it's gonna utterly dominate a game. Hey, Steam Flogger. Can you guys hear me okay? I just want to make sure my mic's pretty close to my face. Let's see how close I can get it. Mic is good. Cool. Alright, I'll try keeping it right there. Alright, so those are the reasons for recent changes. Is that the list? Yeah. Right. Grixis Goblins. Chase and Lewis fighting it out. How do I like Grenzo? Which one? I think the red-black one is bad, like always. And I think the red-red one is quite powerful, but doesn't seem like a good meta for it. It's good. It got worse. Oh, yeah. The black-red one, I think, is pretty bad. It has such heavy variance involved in it in terms of, like, you're investing mana to maybe get an effect. And that's pretty terrible. You know, at least with the red-red Grenzo, you're not spending mana to maybe do something. You're just attacking, and then you may or may not get something, and you're more likely to hit. You know, like if you hit 2-3 triggers with red-red Grenzo, you're probably hitting something. I think this player is a Miracles player. This hand's pretty good. Turn 1 Lackey. Okay, no Force of Will. If he has to go like Tundra Plow, we'll definitely do Waste Prospector. Snoka matchup, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Island. Ponder. Hard time dealing with Oko. The key is to, a lot of the time, ignore Oko. Swing at their face. You want to kill the elk, move on with your life. So they did not shuffle. Matron. Grab Ringleader. And we'll cast Prospector. So there's some instances where you want to kill the Oko, but yeah, Tarfire sucks. Don't play Tarfire. That's you play Munitions Expert and Jump Hum Incinerator. That's how you kill the elk. Are they playing Sneak and Show? This makes me scared. They could also be Breach. 2 on bottom. Okay. Ooh, that was good. Now I think we sandbag the ringleader. We can do so much damage. Yeah, it looks like Breach. Great. Well, they are almost dead. Yep. We were one turn too slow. With the turn 4 kill, not turn 3. 10 cards coming in. I don't think I need 3 rebs. It's a little excessive. So we're going to leave in 2 munitions experts because of Monastery Mentor, which they do tend to bring in against decks with a lot of hate. We do need to find some more cuts. We'll leave the Chain Whirler for Mentor. Got another Ringleader. I think I'm going to trim a Vial, actually. Because we're bringing in so much stuff. It is arguable that Munitions Expert is worse than... Or we want like 1 Expert, 1 Jump Home. I've seen people do different things, Daniel. They do both. Kind of want to trim a land. We can cut a mountain. Does cut down our red sources to 15 though, which is a little dicey. Maybe shouldn't do that. Deck list command is not up. Let's trim a War Marshal, I think. Put this configuration. He's pretty good, but not like... Oh shit, that's loud. Pure Rich, thanks to the follow. Alright, this can be way too slow and doesn't have any hate pieces. So this hand's like pretty fast kill. And they might keep a hand with a bunch of hate cards that don't do anything. Do a port. I think we try this rather than going to 5. Breach can be pretty grindy. I think I put back the Chain Whirler or the Crater Maker. So how are these turns mapping out? Turn 1 Lackey, turn 2 drop Pile Driver, port them, turn 3 if I draw a land, Matron for Sling Gang maybe, or just port them again. I'm going to keep the Crater Maker because it's cheaper. Opponent mulligans to 5. So if they're digging for anti-hate, so this is the bet I'm making, is that they're going to look for like wear tears and stuff, and we're going to aggro them out by killing them on turn 3 or 4. If we draw a War Chief, they are dead on turn 3. Pretty sure. I would need to draw a land. So, all right, there's the land. better to replay Lackey now, or should I port them? Porting could cut them off a Ponder. I think I'm gonna port them. They mulligan to 5. Okay. I would love a Wasteland. It's maybe incorrect what I did. 2-1 bottom, okay. Critter Maker. To port here or not to port here and play Pile Driver. I think since I ported last turn, I kind of have to play port, or I have to port this turn. And so there is logic to wait till draw step to port the Tundra, because they might cast Enlightened Tutor. But I also don't want them to top deck Swords to Plowshares. Okay, that worked. Preordain. Wasteland, Chalice, 2-1 bottom, land, okay. Another Matron. I could grab Earwig Squad right now. Continuing to port does seem good as well. Matron for Lackey is also reasonable. I've cost myself a lot of turns on the clock by taking these lines. So maybe I'm not aggressive enough. I should have done that draw step, I think. Hey Eric. Thanks for the host. Much appreciated, dude. We're in game 2 against Breach. Kept a kind of risky hand. Alright, I don't think port is doing anything anymore. I can't kill them with Sling Gang this turn. So I think I'm going to try to squad them. There's a world where I can take all the I can take Fetchable Red as well, if that looks like it matters. Okay, so they have a Breach in hand. They have a Petal in hand. Okay, so their hand is Petal, Breach, LED. 4 Plows, but no Mentors. That's interesting. Okay, so taking out fetchable red doesn't matter because they have pedal. So they have Seal of Cleansing, Wear Tear, probably another Wear Tear in hand. Do I take... So they have Enlightened Tutor as well? I could take all the fetchables. Because if they cast Enlightened Tutor for Grinding Station, then they can just do the grinding thing and eventually find the one Brain Freeze. If I take all the... They don't play 4 E-Tutor? Oh, okay. I guess if they had E-Tutor, they probably would have cast it last turn. So it's in between taking 3 Brain Freezes, 2 Brain Freezes, and a Grinding Station, or the fetchable lands. I don't think the lands do anything, because they... can still pedal Breach, yeah. Alright, let's take 2 freezes in the station. They only have 3 fetchables. We can take Plateau, Volcanic, Plains. But I don't think that does enough. If I put the Critter Maker into play... No, it doesn't matter. They could Orms Chant me here. Oh, they have a Mountain in hand, okay. Alright, so I guess they're gonna try to cantrip into it. So we kept a hand with no hate, and I took some slower lines, which was maybe a mistake. Like I poured it instead of immediately replaying Lackey. Alright. I've got 2 outs. Wish I had a Red Blast. Tutor. So glad we took the station. Brainstorm. Woo! All right. The plan kind of got there. Since I saw Chain of Vapor, I'm going to bring in the 3rd Red Blast. And we didn't see Mentor. I might bring it in now, though. So the experts were to hedge for Mentor, but I guess we have Crater Maker to answer Mentor as well. It's a little tricky to line that up if they have mana open, but they might not. I think we can try this. Experts also Prowl Squad on turn 3, which can matter. Let's try this. Alright, so now we're really looking for a hand with hate. Hey, we found a hand with hate. Sand's not very proactive, but... not run out the Soul Guide Lantern. We did see both Wear Tear and whatever it's called. And we can also maybe counter Chain of Vapor. At least we got a third land for our Matron. Red Blast. Nice. Alright, so every spell that they cast with Leyline in play is value for me. Ooh. Chalice on 0, you say? Chalice on 1 also has some appeal, because we saw 4 Swords to Plowshares. Both get bodied by Serenity. Do we even play this yet? Chalice on 2 is a hard lock. This is true. Playing Chalice on 1 also cuts my outs of drawing like a lackey, and obviously turns off. I can't cast this card. I'm scared of Wear. I think I play a Chalice on 0. Yeah, but if I'd have to draw another land and be waiting 2 turns. And, that's too scary. Holding up the Wasteland here. E-tutor. Alright, here comes Serenity. Yeah. That sucks. Pile Driver. Alright, we grab War Chief here. Or do we? Maybe I just grab Lackey. Because if I guess I could just go Pile Driver, Soul Guide next turn. Yeah, I'll get War Chief. Serenity, at the beginning of your upkeep, destroy all artifacts and enchantments that can't be regenerated. So hopefully we're not just dead. Please no. God damn it. Just have Breach. Brain Freeze. Wait, we don't have enough cards. They don't have enough cards in their graveyard. They just fucked up. Oh no, oh no, never mind. Exactly enough. They need to hit LED or Petal, I guess. Yeah, that's why this deck is kind of nonsense. Whatever. Breach is getting banned in like 3 months or 4 months or something, so whatever. Alright, they know how their deck works. Cool. Yeah, only card that gets me out of that is Mind Break Trap, I guess. So we had the answer for their first answer. And then it didn't matter. Cool. Well, I mean, if you play like a Emrakul or anything like that, they have plenty of alternate win cons. They can play like they can just play a Lightning Bolt or Thassa's Oracle, which they usually do play, but I guess they sat it out. And whatever it's called. Hey Tim, Twitch Prime sub, 3 months. Thanks so much, man. Also, if they have Mentor, they can just cast every spell in their graveyard or whatever after milling themselves, and then just make a zillion power. Thanks, Tom. Really appreciate it. So that's Breach. Leyline Chalice, 3rd hate piece in hand that you can't cast into the Serenity. Yeah. Why? Tim, what the fuck? Playing Ancient Tombs? No. Ancient Tombs bad. Usually. Well, this hand's not great against lands. It's not terrible, but not. This is the hand of kind of how we want against like Death and Taxes. We got no wastelands, but we do have 2 basics. Script Prospector's pretty good too. I'll keep it. Tim subs, then snipes me. Very nice. Tim mulligans. Ancient Tomb. The fuck? Alright, top deck Goblin Lackey is pretty good. Excuse me? Excuse me? I'm being trolled. Karn? Okay. So I guess we'll do Prospector Fanatic, so he can't minus. Alright, gets Ballista. That's alright. Second Badland's not great. Let's go big Ballista. This is quite a troll. Force Pitch Echo. Blist on 2. Okay. Tapping a very interesting way. I don't know. All right. He's got 1 card in hand. plus on Karn, sure. So, I think I like flash an expert now. Attempt to ping Karn for 3. He'll try to kill the Mog Fanatic. It kills the expert. That's worse for him, I think. Yeah, because now we kill the Karn. Why not Crater Maker the Karn? Because I want him to spend his Ballista. Like he's a nice rip. God, Mog Fanatic's so fucking good. Look at all that damage Mog Fanatic generated. Don't know why he didn't. I guess he didn't want to use his pedal. Another Karn. Urza. Terrifying. Well. I'd like a Goblin Matron, please. Spin the wheel. LED. Okay. Does he have Echo? I don't know if he wants to give me 7 cards, though. He's also at 7. Oh, he's spinning again. Okay. He's at 5. This is bold. Island. Sweet. Damn it. That's like the worst draw possible. Well, I can trade with the construct token. Seems not good. These ancient tombs. All right. Oh, are you kidding me? He wheeled me into 6 lands? It's bullshit. That I have every single fetchable. Nonsense. Don't you have another one? Oh, it's right there. Fuck. Man, if we had Munitions Expert, Gem Palm Incinerator. He's dead to Mog Fanatic. Oh god. Uh-huh. Chain Whirler. He can't Force of Will. God damn it. The flood is so real. I don't even want Trash Master. If I had a Pile Driver, he would have been dead. 3. Sigh. Okay. I get to draw 1 card off this Echo. If he can cast it. Oh yeah, City of Brass. Oh, that'd be so sick. So 1, 2, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can cast Echo. And then probably flash it back. But again, okay, Narset dies. Mox Diamond. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Emery. Okay. Chalice on 1. Okay. All right, we got a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should probably have to Critter Maker that. I should have blocked. I should have just chumped with Lackey. That was a mistake. Huh. Not the best draws ever. We lost to Breach round 1. We had nice Wasteland. We had a Leyline, Chalice on 0. Okay, now I'm dead. Because I had to use my Crater Maker. So I shouldn't have used the Crater Maker last turn. That was a pretty obvious mistake. Laggy's not connecting. Yeah. So I had Reb for the Chain of Vapor on the Leyline, and then they went Enlightened Tutor, Serenity, kill you. It was pretty dumb. You only cast 1 cantrip too, I think. that was fun. Wow, nice goblins, Eli. All right. Tim's got us the gimme. Tim just wanted to troll me for the stream. We got close. We had a couple of turns there where we just couldn't draw a goblin. What a good guy. Good guy, Tim. Hey, the True Alfarius, thanks for the follow. Echo the Aeons, Urza nonsense. Alright. This hand, not good. Sounds alright, I guess. Opponent's confirmed combo. We're dead. Throw back Badlands, the Wastelandable land. He scooped after beating me game 1. We had him on the ropes, though. We had, I think, 2 turns where most goblins in the deck win. Alright. Vial resolved. It's neat. Flooded Strand. Hopefully it's not fucking Breach again. Ringleader's pretty good. Can't 5-0. We already lost round 1, so. Our opponent had a very good Breach hand game 3, though. It was kind of a nice proof of concept, I think. Game 2 against Breach, where we just kept a fairly aggressive hand, and they had a bunch of cards that didn't do anything. All right, we're gonna do this. 4-1 is still in reach. Okay. Well. Don't see that so much anymore. Second ringleader, hello. Emote for Pity Chest would be very good. We also have a lightning bolt. That's annoying. Maybe another Stifle. Damn, never lucky. Stifle, huh? Okay. Nice red mana. Shuffles. Probably like kind of dead to this Aether Vial at this point, right? Guess it could be Blue Red Delver. I'm thinking Rug Delver at this point, though. Oh, they have Brazen Borrower too. Okay. Very annoying. Especially given that. And I found a Force of Will. Cool. I think I'll wait for them to play the Brazen Borrower. Yeah, I also might draw a land for the days. They pitched days, but they probably have another one. I don't know. I guess we'll see if it's Rug or Grix or Rug or just blue red. No, it's Rug. Tarmogoyf. Cool, sure. I've just whatever. Talk about perfect hand there. Flip on lightning bolt. Yeah. I think I take this. So I go to. So I can Gem Palm. Block Fanatic. Oh, fuck you. Land. Tilt. It's Wasteland off the top. Nonsense. So I played around the days. They didn't have a days. I think I'm just dead here. I guess, no. I mean, Lackey, I can live for a turn. Yeah, cool. Brazen Borrower, huh? Pretty shitty way to lose. It's a good old Rug Delver. I like 2 Chalices on the play. We'll cut them on the draw. I like the 2 Red Blasts. I guess maybe we could have. No, I'm not supposed to hold a land there because, like, hold the port. Because another Wasteland, I think. No, maybe I am. Because even if I top deck another land, I'm probably Gem Palming, not Matroning. So, yeah, that's probably a mistake. Pile Driver's not great in this matchup, honestly. And I just cut 2 Pile Drivers. Or let's just run like 1 Chalice. It's not actually super good against them. Alright. We gotta draw some gas, but it's a fine hand. Sucks that we drew the Matron the turn. They bounced the vial. Alright, vial's a turn late, but that's fine. Do you have Lightning Bolt? No. Maybe they have Stifle. Yeah. Alright, this is fine. I'll happily trade a Stifle. I'm not really doing anything with this Lackey, so. little scared of a Tarmogoyf here. Wasteland, not scared of that. Of course, Tarmogoyf. Why wouldn't you be there on time? Matron's on time, though. Nice. We can probably goad them into wastelanding me by not playing out the second cavern. And expert or ringleader? Ringleader's gonna be kind of slow. I could get jump home. Jump home might be better. Because we can definitely kill the Goyf. We'll have 4 bodies on board. Goyf will be a 4, and we can still deal an extra 2 damage if they have a removal spell. So I think jump home makes sense here. It's the least punishing if we get stifled as well, because we still draw a card. Red Blast would be pretty sick. Alright. Could also just take it real slow. Ooh, that was great. That was a really good draw. So now we get to shrink the Goyf. Play the second cavern now, so I can both Critter Maker. I need to be able to have a man open. Skirk does help, but I'm not going to attack here. I think that kind of plays into a Stifle too hard. Just the fact that they did nothing is like pretty interesting. So we're gonna have some cat and mouse going on. Brainstorm. I think I can let this resolve. I'm maybe supposed to activate Vial there. See what they do. If they fetch, I'll definitely... Okay. More wastelands. That kind of sucks. It definitely sucks. But not playing... Not using the second one. Okay. I think I continue to hold here. Leave my Vial on 2. Yeah, that's true. Alright, so Pile Driver's nice. Continue to pass. Just playing it real safe. because I think we're in a favorable spot over time, so don't need to get hasty. Popping Relic too soon is an easy way to lose to Rug Delver. Brazen Borrower? Okay. So now put in Crater Maker. Cycle Gem Palm. I can kill the Goyf through a Stifle here because of Prospector. Bolt similarly does not matter, because we can just activate the Crater Maker then. Interesting game. Okay, so that resolves. So that's cool. Draw a card. Red Blast to be the nuts. Okay. Vial is bounced, but that's okay. Drew another basic, which is nice. Volcanic. No bolt on end step. Okay. Second Tarmogoyf. Maybe like return to nature the relic. Mandrels. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe should have popped Relic there. Yeah. Guess I'll do it now. Okay. Alright, let's see if they counter this Vial. They do not. We can pay for a daze. Like getting the Pile Driver down. Also playing Pile Driver or Vial. Alright, we'll pay for daze. Yes. Because the Vial is going to put the Lackey in. Alright. Feels like we're ahead. The Brazen Borrower doesn't do anything until this Crater Maker gets taken care of. And this Pile Driver's threatening them so they can't swing with Hooting Mandrels. So there's the Lackey as well. Don't think I want to run this this Ringleader out. I think I want to try to sneak it into play off of Vial. Concerned about like Force, Blue Blast, those kinds of effects. But they didn't Blue Blast the Pile Driver. They might not realize that they could though, because it's pro blue. That doesn't affect the counter mode. I could try to get aggressive and swing for. They can stifle the Pile Driver trigger. I think I wait until I can swing with 2 lackeys at once. If they're casting Brazen Borrower here, I think I'll Creator Maker it. That's obnoxious. That's really obnoxious. So now my line of waiting feels a lot worse. I'm going to put in Lackey here. I'm okay with it dying to Staticaster, I think. Expert would be the best draw. Alright. Maybe they'll like stifle this. I really hope they do. And if they stifle the ringleader, I don't think I can afford to play around that. Braid file, sure. Just a jump on. Alright, so now we just swing all out. And then jump on. Sacking whatever they target. I think I kill the Staticaster here. It's too much value. Nice. Less nice. They're at 4 now. Pile driver was pretty damn good, hitting for 7. Brazen Borrower can't block. It was a bad ringleader, but got there. Whew. That was a really interesting game. I had a lot going on. Alright, so Staticaster, Hooting Mandrills. I think I want a Pyrokinesis. I think I want my 3rd Red Blast. And I think I'll bring in the 2nd Pile Driver. I think I'll trim 2 lackeys. Skirk was also very good that game. Yeah, that was very, very close. Chain Whirler's very good. Maybe I don't want Chalice at all. It's pretty good against Stifle, but is also a little clunky. We saw Braid, they have Brazen Borrower. I think they probably just have too many answers for Chalice to ever truly be effective. I think we can go without Chalice. I think Kinesis is fighting the board is probably a little better, especially on the draw. We might get run over. Double Red Blast Matron, huh? This is actually not bad. It's bad against like a Goyfer Mandrels, I guess, but I don't think we're mulliganing this. Fetch land, go. So here's my question. Am I supposed to go Badlands go or Fetch land go? Probably Badlands go. And then I can Red Blast their Stifle if they go for that. If they just wasteland me, that's okay. I've got 4 lands in hand. Okay. Ooh, Fnatic. Do they have a second wasteland? Or do I play out the Fnatic? Playing out the Fnatic via Cavern would curtail the Stifles. Alternatively, I'd want to preserve the Cavern for the Matron, but I also don't want to just sit here. Say bolt the Mog Fnatic, that's fine. Sure. Well, they're very clearly representing Stifle for a fetch land. And what this allows me to do is port them, which makes holding up Stifle much harder to do. Like, I could go fetch pass and then what? Play another fetch and then they try to stifle the first fetch. So it loses to 2 stifles. That's not bad. I think I'm going to port them though. They didn't do anything with 2 mana. Keeping them off green can be really good. Okay. Or maybe Mandrels. Hootie Magootie. It's annoying. Play Matron now. And how many hits can I take from this? If I get Ringleader, it's like 5,000% getting stifled. But I guess what I could do next turn is then War Marshal, port, then Ringleader with Rev up. makes sense to me. I could just get Munitions Expert. That loses to a Bolt, though. I gotta get Ringleader. I don't have enough Goblins in my hand. They're going to be inclined to hold up Stifle again because they saw me get Ringleader. Brainstorm. That's a little scary. Them hitting all their land drops is like pretty obnoxious. Just makes support a lot less effective. Please don't have True Name. Please don't have True Name. Just have a Delver. Tarmogoyf. Alright. Might be supposed to hold up double Reb instead of porting them, actually. That might have been a mistake. I think I'll hold up Reb and then port them end step if they don't do anything. They might have like Static Caster here. Their 4 mana and 3 mana plays are going to be basically the same. I should have tapped the other land though. So I'm at 11. Looking a little sketchy. Another Tarmogoyf. Okay, alright, well that's gotta go. Okay, that's nice. Ooh, Relic's good. I could wasteland them off a color. Or I could waste them off red. I could waste their untapped land and because this line loses to Daze. Goes to 4/5, but I have a lot of blockers. I think I'm okay trading Stifle with Wasteland. Do I care if they bolt the Ringleader? Not really. Big one. That's a big one. Okay. Three been you, thanks for the follow. Hey Phil. I think I'm getting for 1 here. Take 4 down to 7. Block 1. Yeah. This game's intense. So we have 5 mana. Matron. Get. They've been representing Stifle this entire game. They didn't have it. They've got a hell of a bluff game. I guess they could have put it back with the brainstorm. We're dead to bolt if I don't start blocking the Hooting Mandrills. I really want to get this relic down to shrink the Goyf. So maybe the line is relic, matron, see what happens with relic. Spell Pierce. Man, that puts us in a bit of a bind, huh? I think I pay for Pierce. Yeah, I'm just worried that this is going to put me too far behind on board because I'm not matrining this turn. So am I okay dying to a bolt is the question. Because I could block, go to 4, and then what? Matron. I can't really beat a bolt anyway. Because the Mandrill is just going to kill me on the following turn. So I think I let this through. They can just sacrifice their fetch lands. Though I could double block. Pop Relic. Counter their Stifle. Goyf is a 1/2. Trades with a token. Yeah, this is the big ball play. Wow. They really didn't have a Stifle this whole time. They played me pretty well. Ooh, we drew Sling Gang. That's pretty good. Oh, wow. This is so bad if they have an instant. Oh, my God. I'm so dumb. All right. Am I dead? Sylvan Library. So 6 mana. Matron Expert will not be enough to kill it, so we have to do Crater Maker Sling Gang, I guess. Go to 2. Yeah, it's great. It's great from Guster. Super fun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're still dead to a bolt, strictly speaking. I could have attacked last turn so they can't take 8 off of the Sylvan Library. This is so close. No, shuffle. No. Wait, am I not dead to a bolt? No, I'm not dead to a bolt. If they bolt my face, I sack 2 tokens, then block Hooting Mandrills. Well, I was just thinking, I don't know. I don't know why I thought I was dead to a bolt. Bolt plus attack. Yeah. We're fine. What this? Don't be rough tumble. That'd be rude. A braid. Okay. Should we just go to 1 here? Just drain them for 2, go to 1. Okay. So attack for 2, Matron, Mog War Marshal. Still both my War Marshals in my deck, right? I have 1, okay. Ringleader also does it, yes. There are many roads to Rome here. That was a sick game. Woo. Jeez. That was a really intense match. Game 2 was super close too. Man, so we played around Stifle like that entire time, and they never stifled me. I wonder if they brainstormed just Stifle away. That kind of makes sense, right? He won game 1 at 1 life and then conceded. Hey, Saber. Were you my opponent? Yeah, Tim gave us yeah, you. Okay. Just you pop it in like that made me wonder. Gabo only. Same. Yeah, so he's playing like a Urza, Echo, the Aeons, Narset nonsense, you know, as people do. And he won game 1 at 1 life and then skipped the match for me because he felt like being nice, I guess. Match 1 was Jeskai Breach. We got game 2 by being fairly aggressive, though I probably took some incorrect lines, given how being aggressive is what won us the match, or the game, and we lost game 3 because of Serenity into the kill. It's turn 2, E-Tutor, turn 3, play with Serenity, kill you. Yeah. We had Leyline Chalice, and then Soul Guide Lantern, which didn't do anything, because I couldn't play it into the Serenity. We had a fairly slow clock, though, like turn 3 Matron for, I think, Pile Driver. And I even had Red Elemental Blast. Actually, no, they had turn 1 Chain of Vapor for Leyline, and I Red Elemental Blasted it. And wasn't good enough. So they had the ability to answer 3 pieces of hate. I guess any amount of artifact or enchantment hate, and then a turn 4 kill, I think. Off of like a preordain. Which sounds like it'd be above average. Like they had LED Petal, Breach, Brain Freeze. E-Tutor Serenity, 2 lands. Did they even... I don't even think they cantripped. Can we get opponent? Is Goblins good now? Goblins is fine now. I think it's pretty good. I've been having a pretty strong record with it. It's definitely struggling against Breach. That matchup is awful, but I'm pretty sure everyone has a bad matchup against Breach except for Eldrazi Stompy, and I think even that deck probably doesn't have a great Breach matchup. So I think once the Breach players figure out how to play the deck very well and the deck gets optimized, I think it's going to be banned in like a second. So Yawgmoth's Will for cheaper, not going to stick around. Red Blasts have been good today. All right, this seems pretty good. Nice curve. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wasteland, Cavern, Basic Mountain. This is generally a pretty strong hand in any like normal matchup, any fair matchup. Worse on the draw. Windswept Heath, huh? All right. Trashmaster. That might be very good. So Heath makes me think Maverick. Maybe Elves. This hand cannot beat Elves, for what it's worth. I guess we'd have to hope a Chain Whirler gets there. Tico. Not familiar with my opponent, so. If they get a Dryad Arbor, it's definitely Elves. Bayou. Okay. Crop rotation? Oh, thicket. Oh, it's lands. Okay. Sounds pretty good against lands. We got a Wasteland. Trop. Loam. Sylvan Library. Okay. Very interesting. Ooh, Second Vial. Second Vial makes me kind of interested in Wastelanding their color sources, to be honest. It might be greedy, though. Don't want to get Oko'd. I guess it could also be Loam, in which case I really want to Wasteland them. I think I'm going to Wasteland them off black. It's not so much about, like, cutting them off stuff. It's about slowing them down. Because every turn that they don't cast a really big, impactful spell is another turn where these vials can do work. Especially because if we didn't draw the second vial, I'd be much less inclined. I'd probably just cast War Marshal there. But also the fact that they just went land, go, land, library. That's like a pretty slow hand. So they probably don't have acceleration unless they find it off this library. Like the disaster scenario would be like land, Mox, Knight. 2 vials plus land's usually a pretty fast kill. Yeah. This hand's not particularly fast. Take nothing. Okay. This might be a Loam here. Still not sure if it's lands or 4C Loam. Looks like Loam here. Oh, Chalice on one? Alright, sweet. That could not possibly matter less. Yikes. Alright. Another Ringleader's not what I wanted. Just pass. Really heavy on the 4 drops here. So if our file gets to 3, then we should be fine, because then we can matron for War Chief. Can we kill a Knight? It'll be a 6/6. 3, 4. Not quite. Can't kill a Knight. Right. We can probably go pretty dang wide. And if we draw a second War Marshal, then we can kill the Knight. No need to pay Echo. Or do I want to, actually? Might not get another chance. Cuts up my out of drawing Rishadenport. I'm not going to pay Echo. I can also draw a War Chief here. There's Expert. Oh, now I can kill the Knight, right? Matron, Mogwai Marshal, Expert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rewarded. Killing a 6/6 knight on turn 4 is pretty gas. Now we're like super ahead. We Trash Master next turn, attack for a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh god. That sucks. That really sucks. But they're going to take a shitload of damage this turn still. We're going to pay Echo because we don't have a land set up. Nice. We're still fine. They're dead next turn if we draw a land. So we have land, War Chief as really good draws here. Honestly, just no matter what they do, we might be able to run them over. We have 6 power in play. They have a lot of 1-for-1 removal. Ooh, that's a problem. Maybe I lied. Land? Yes. Alright, is that lethal? 6 goblins attacking. Should be close enough, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Alright, so they go to 3. Yeah, we'll do this. They don't have many answers to Trash Master in their deck. I guess we'll sack whatever they block to kill the Chalice. Opponent has 3 green mana. Don't think they can get out of this, especially with the hasty 3/3 coming. Oko doesn't matter. Unless they have Plow main deck in their Chalice deck. I can't tell if you're legitimately trying to troll me or if you're just very badly trolling me. Please respond. Alright, so second Chamberlain is pretty good. Needle's great. These two are great. Don't like Leyline, don't like Pioneer Commercial. So wastelanding the way I did totally paid off because the knight would have come down a turn sooner, and the vials wouldn't have provided me the mana to Matron for Expert. Pile Driver can come out. Squad can probably come out in the draw. It's like pretty good, but it's a little I guess they do play Plague Engineer, in which case it is pretty good. We didn't see Dark Confidant. They probably play it though. We probably want an answer to it. Trim a Lackey. Honestly, against this deck, I think trimming a Ringleader is fine because if you're getting to 4 mana, you're probably winning anyway. Maybe I'll just go with 1 Chain Whirler. RRR is not easy. Yeah, let's do this. Brain Space Storm. Alright, so 5-color Loam. You own several foil Brainstorms. Very impressive. Alright, this hand's fine. Land heavy is generally what we like against Loam. We've got a Vile, Wasteland, Steese. Yes, we're all very impressed by the foil Brainstorms. Oh no, that's not good. There's the Dark Confidant I talked about. Alright. Sylvan Library, sure. Please no Oko. Why the 61 cards? There's a lot of reasons. I've written about it a couple times. Don't really want to explain all of them, to be terribly honest. There are reasons. I'm not just a crazy person. Critter Maker. Alright, we gotta kill this Bob. Cavern's the least valuable land. Critter Maker's nice because it means we're not just dead to a Plague Engineer. So no, they've got a Sylvan Library. There's a Wasteland, alright. Also, we don't want to fetch Badlands because we want to get a second white source. I mean, black, red source. Basic. Okay, this is fine. He said, decidedly not fine. Port's nice. I think I'm going to Wasteland them. Block plus Crater Maker. Knight's too big to kill at this point anyway. Unless we draw a Relic. There's Library, another Dark Confidant. Okay. Chain Whirler would be the nuts. Ooh. 2 damage to that one. Am I porting them? Probably more worth it to find not those. Alright, well, we're looking kind of dead. Loam, sure. It shrinks the knight. Seems odd to do it then. Library, sure. I guess they're just not attacking with knight this turn, which is fine. Alright, so we don't know any of the cards in their hand. Why are they doing this now? Tabernacle, that seems terrible for you. So we pay for 1 token. Let this die. Leave it on 3 so we can find Chain Whirler. Port means they can't really cast anything. Am I attacking? They're probably not blocking with their Dark Confidant. Sure. So you wait for all the Tabernacle triggers to resolve. Then activate their port. I guess they only have 2 mana. Or 3 mana. No, we have 2 in the deck. I guess port doesn't do anything here, right? Because of Mox. so Chain Whirler's really good draw. I should have just played the Vial, though. I wasn't thinking about how they would actually be paying with everything. Dried Arbor can pay for itself. Okay. Block. All right. Yes. Vial. I think gotta stay at 3. You can tick up Vial, you can't tick down. Uber punished. Feels bad. They take a bunch of damage off their Bob, which is unlikely with the library, but this does give us outs, though. Since they're tapping all their mana, like, they're probably not getting removal spells to kill my blocker. Man, alright. Opponent preemptively getting Tabernacle is hurting them a lot more than it hurts me. Relic would be A+ draw. So would the other thing. Drop. Okay. Attack for 8. I could take this. It does mean an extra life and an extra damage. It's not crazy. It's pretty risky. I think I'm going to take the high risk play. In which case I should have attacked last turn. I guess if I didn't have a blocker, they probably could have killed me. Alright, so Vial, yes. Vial, yes. Token, yes. Another Vial. No point in playing, so I guess I'll take it. Alright. Dredge Loam? No. Not playing the land because they can just Loam back Wasteland. I took 1 damage, but that's a second night, which is terrifying. Magus of the Moon, the raid, 31 people. Welcome. Cherry Man. Oh my god, the Pepes. That's a lot of Pepe. We're in game 2 against 5-color Loam. Let's see if we can kind of get him with this Sling Gang. Yeah, thanks for the raid a lot. Appreciate it. So if they get really aggro, we can maybe get them if we top deck something. They went to 9? That's bold. Or maybe they have an engineer. Yeah, they usually have 2 engineers post board. Looks like Oko. Euro. That explains the life loss willingness. Man, Relic would be so good. So good. Like, Relic would just win the game on the fucking spot. For our dudes. File goes to 1. File stays at 4. File goes to 2. Deck's trolling me. We've drawn 3 goblins. 3. Can't really attack into the Bob. Alright, game's probably out of reach at this point because they can just escape this thing. And then gain a bunch of life. So we need a pretty sick ringleader, I guess. Ringleader into Matron, Expert, Trash Master, Second Sling Gang, I don't know. Half the deck is goblins, half the deck is either vials. True facts. Alright, so they can cast Euro. Alright, no Plague Engineer, that's nice. Wow, it didn't... What? Punt? Question mark? Hey, Steve. Alright, Vial on 2, Vial on 4, stays on 4, Vial on 3, stays on 3. Come on, Goblin Matron. Where's War Chief? Can't kill them, though. I think I hold this Vial for like a Blast Zone. Yep, I think I'm just passing. If they didn't have a blocker, we attack for 4. It would be a couple points off, but it'd be close. Maybe Plow. Yeah. Alright, now we need a lot. Decay. Now we need a lot. So we can chump with the War Chief, and then we need like the mother of all ringleaders. I boarded one out, so not looking great. Let the Arbor die, sure. What are we, 3? Are we 2-1 or are we 3-1? I think we're 2-1. We're up a game. So we do have a game 3 after this. Euro. Maybe Green Sun for 3. I think I have to activate Vial in response. Okay, I'm just doing that. This card's nuts. Maybe I want Red Blast in this matchup now. If they're playing both Oko and Euro, I guess Red Blast isn't even that good against this. So you can't Red Blast it out of the graveyard. Oh, they can Caracas it? That's hilarious. Alright, you got it. Well, need one hell of a top deck. So probably Vials on 3, 3, and 4. Alright. Lackey's not going to do it. Turn 10, no Goblin Matron is a little rough. Wow, there she is. All right, so based on what we saw, am I considered getting good? So I want ley lines. Euro, Loam, Knight. Keeping Knight at 2/2 is pretty good. Don't need Mog Fanatic on the play. Pile Driver holds off Euro indefinitely, which is pretty cool, though it's continuing to draw cards and gain life, so it's not like amazing. Pile Driver does seem pretty reasonable in the matchup, though. Squad does not line up super well, but it is decent. I think I have better cards, though. Pile Driver survives Plague. That is also a reason, yes. Probably still don't want all 4 lackeys, even on the play, because these decks grind things out quite a bit. And then let's cut. Maybe Jump Home Incinerator isn't all that good, honestly. I don't know. Would have been good that last game, actually, to draw Jump Home, like, very good. Get rid of that Bob. They drew a lot of cards off Bob. They had turn on Bob and they had it the entire game. I think 2 Chain Whirlers is excessive. I think I want both Pile Drivers. I think I got to be the beatdown. No, Trashmaster is really good in this matchup. I mean, all right. If they don't have turn 1 Bob, they're not casting a spell for a very long time. Yeah, Mox Diamond, but also the Anthem is really good. The Anthem's very important. We're 2-1 game 3 of round 4. Oh yeah, opponent, you are. Ooh, Ringleader's nice. Charles won all 3 games. That is cheating, Steve. Oh, double port. Alright, we're gonna take them off the green sources. Wish we had a little more pressure to back this up, but Vial getting to 4 is a form of pressure all by itself. Yeah, you waste my port. Yeah. Force Negation does seem very good against Life from the Loam. Tilt. Okay. Is opponent going to attempt to cast a spell yet? No. Alright, ringleader time. War Chief. It's a bit of a bummer. I think we're going to wasteland them now because of Abrupt Decay. And I think I'm going to port them here. Force the fetch. Next turn we can go Underground Sea, interesting. Next turn we can go War Chief Sling Gang. Drop. Decay. Okay. Alright. I can continue porting, but I think I want to get aggressive at this point. No responses, opponent. Yeah, turn 5 or turn 6. No white mana. So maybe they're casting Oko here. If they cast Oko here, I think they just straight up die. Unless they elk the War Chief. Maybe Plague Engineer. Yeah, they're just straight up dead. Sweet. Right, 6, yeah. Swing face. Yeah. I did get good. Schadenport, Wasteland. Woo! So that's what I kind of mean by like these decks are like just so 3-drop heavy that Port and Wasteland are just insane right now. I'm gonna grab some water. Throat's starting to go. Be right back. Glad to see you, dude. If you're new here coming from the other streams that hosted, my name's Eli. I stream Goblins 2 to 3 times a week. It's basically the only deck I play. I picked up Humans once upon a time, and then I sold it for the most part. I stream here on Twitch. I post the VODs onto YouTube. I've got a special series that's coming out for Patreon. I have Patreon for exclusive Goblins content, sideboard guides, special videos, one of which will be going public so everyone can see it in 4 days, where I'll be showing the intricacies of the blue-red Delver matchup with Lewis CBR. That'll be going up so everyone can kind of get a taste of like what that series, the Goblin Gauntlet, is like. Anything else got going on? If you subscribe to the channel, you get emotes. Goblin Nike hit for tier 1. And then the ape emote for tier 2. Oh, Steve, that's sad. Alright, 3-1 at this point in the league is like the most relaxing part, because I don't really care if I 3-2 or I 4-1. It's nice to 4-1. I've had a lot of 4-1s, but you know, as long as I'm 3-2, I am okay. Double waste, double port was so nuts. And like they had to fetch all these funky colors, and it was good. Is there any other particular deck that I would like to play? I wish Eureka wasn't $1 million on Moto, because I think playing ninjas would be pretty fun. But I mean, the blue cards on Moto are pretty expensive in general. But Eureka is like just way more expensive than it is any right to. Oh, I think this is the fish player. I think this person plays Merfolk. Is this hand even good against Merfolk? Like, Pile Driver is obviously insane, but we still need to draw things. Like, War Chief's also pretty good against fish. I don't know. This hand loses, like, any counter magic. Yeah, I like this better. I think I'll throw back Redundant Matron. I think I want the War Marshal. Test an Chaotic Good. Disagree. Wasteland, yeah, they play Cavern Immutable. Their mana base is, like, pretty bad. Hopefully they think we're a combo deck and they play Chalice if they're playing Chalice. Curse Catcher. Nice. No Vial is nice. War Chiefs, fantastic. I don't know if Fish plays Wasteland. I'm just going to act like they don't. Crater Maker. I'm going to play my War Chief. Fetches. Maybe they're playing Brainstorm. Fish has so much, such an intense set of mana requirements that Port's really good. Thalia isn't even good. They have Dismember. This is kind of rough, but I'm not going to attack because they have that flash. 2/2, things lose abilities. Trop. Maybe they are playing Oko. Hey! Fucking called it. Thalia doesn't even stop Breach from killing you. Maybe I should have ported. Alright, it's true name. Sure. Jump Home's nice. So, Matron, grab, Pile Driver for next turn. Alternatively, could get Ringleader. I don't think I want the game to go that long. They could have like a Dismember for Pile Driver. I think I'm going to hold up Gem Palm. rather than port them. Gem Palm slash Crater Maker. Kill a Lord. Which case I could have tapped differently. Can you beat protection from blue 8-2, or 9-2 rather? How big is it going to be next turn? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And we can kill 2 blockers. Oko would be legitimately good here if you elk the War Chief. Kranko is a really good card if you're facing Merfolk. Something to be aware of. So we have Wasteland, Port to cover Immutable. So they would need actual Dismember, in which case they're taking 4 to cast it. Might just kill them with normal Goblins. Lord of Atlantis, yep. Vile, sure. Okay. That's bold. They dead. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Block the War Chief. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They go to 2. Okay, we will not block with the Crater Maker. Draw step. Land is icky. Crunch. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they're at 2. Legacy as you remembered it. I guess if I just killed the Curse Catcher last turn, they were literally dead. We go to 1. Don't think they have a way to beat me here, so I think porting is probably the way to be. Yep. F6 value. Look, how do my goblins all attack? They don't have haste. What's up with this? Oh, we got 3 Red Elemental Blasts in our sideboard. This is rude. I wonder what the green is for, though. Maybe Veil of Summer. Eli confirmed cheat. Hut! Sips water like a villain. Yeah, just water today. I've got a bad sore throat. I don't want to be drinking scotch. Prospector is actually kind of nice. Man, we have so many good cards. We don't. I mean, all of our cards are good. What do we do? All right, so how do we actually win? How do we actually lose? What are the ways we lose this matchup? Unchecked Trine Nemesis beats, I guess. Fnatic's not even bad. Yeah, lords that we can't kill. Back to basics. But they probably can't play back to basics in their Mutavault Cavern Tropical Island deck. All right, so we'll definitely board in these 5. War Marshal arguably isn't quite as necessary. Shave a lackey on the draw. I guess they have like flash creatures now, so lackey's not quite as sure a thing. So one more cut. Do we cut a land? Cut like a port. I don't like that. Sling Gang number 2. Nah. Pyrokinesis. Nah. I want a War Marshal in the deck. Fine, we'll cut a lackey. Like, still got 10 1-drops and 2 free spells. Like, it's fine. Sure. I doubt they keep Enforceable. Really hope they don't keep Enforceable. Yeah, there's a reasonable argument to shave a ringleader. Okay. I don't know if they have any ways to mess with Vile. Red land. Alright, expert's alright. So we want to Crater Maker their Vile. Do they play Petty Theft? They might play Brazen Borrower. Yeah, let's do this. Pitch War Chief. Nice. I would love a red mana source to counter this Trine Nemesis. X-Drinker. Spicy. Alright, well, we can expert that. That's a neat juke. Land. I'm scared of Dismember. Like, Crater Makering it is safer, but less efficient. I guess I can just wait and see if they sink more mana into it to level it up. I don't see how that goes wrong. I'd like to Crater Maker their Vile, but Vile on 2. I'll play around the Dismember. Or like a red Elemental Blast. I mean a blue Elemental Blast. Vial 3. We'll draw land eventually. Hey. I could create a maker with their Vial right now. I think I want to hold up Reb more. Let's see if they take it up to 3 or not. Leave it on 2. Okay. I just really don't want to lose to True Name. Oh, they can Cavern it. Duh. Okay. Forgot Cavern stops Red Elemental Blast. Yeah, their Vial doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot for them. Go up to 4. Wasteland's pretty good, actually. Ringleader. Slangang Gempalm, you say? Not bad. .jpg. They have 1 card in hand. We have 2 removal spells. We have like a zillion removal spells. I don't see how they possibly went from here. Like even True Name, we're at 20. They're going to be at 14. Why not play Slangang? Because I want to hold up. I want to hold up in my 2 mana for Gempalm. The Vial is going to put them in the Slangang next turn. Dismember. Hey, I called it. Look at me. All right. True Name? Okay. All right. That resolves. What are they going to do with it? Elk their Vial. But they know that dies to Slangang Gempalm. They might have to Elk my Vial, which feels pretty bad, I imagine. Elk their Vial. Sure. Alright, so if this Gempalm hits a land, I think they're dead. Skirk. Did Skirk do it? Sack 2. So we attack them down to 7. Wait, are they just... I know, we attack them down to 8. Yeah, we'll just go face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So sack these 2, play War Marshal, and nets 1 Goblin. So it's not quite enough. Cool. We beat Merfolk, as is tradition. It's just such a brutal matchup for them. Like, not sure if they really have a chance to win. All right, another 4-1. We lost to Breach, as expected. I was hoping not to. We were kind of close. But we did learn that keeping the aggressive hands without hate, with like a little bit of mana denial, and I could have played even more aggressive and probably won like a turn or 2 sooner, might actually just be the line in the post-board games, because they board in like so much artifact and enchantment removal, which does also make the mind breaks better. Nice. Red Blast was fantastic. Red Blast was so good today. How's that? Not back up to 1800 rating. I can't talk in Delver chat. Tim generously gave us the win, though. I feel like post board that kind of deck is actually a pretty good matchup. Like they really struggle against Chalice, Crater Maker, Red Blast. Pithing Needle's good. Even Mind Break, like Mind Break Trap's probably kind of good against that style of deck. Any questions you have for me, everyone? I think I'm probably going to sign off here. Earwig Squad cut my Breach opponent's outs pretty significantly. They had to find a 2 of instead of a 5 of that they could tutor for because they could find a grinding station. So I would say that was a relevant inclusion. That Rug Delver match was awesome. That was a really good... like, game 1, I feel like I got wrecked. They just had... The Brazen Borrower on the Vial with double Wasteland. Mog Fnatic did do his job, though. Like, he block sack, killed something. Saved myself 5 damage from Tarmogoyf. Like, if I had the second land, I would have been able to block... I would have been Gem Palm Delver, block sack, kill Borrower, and then if I continued hitting lands from there, I can win. But I just took way too much damage. But he gave me an out that I otherwise would not have had, and he was good somewhere else too, wasn't he? He generated a lot of damage against the Karn deck, right? Through attacking, pinging, and expert. Something I've been considering for a while is actually adding a third pile driver. We seem to be once again in a meta where the fair decks play tons of blue creatures or just blue stuff, and there's a lot of combo as well. So you want your pile drivers naturally. You don't really want to be majoring for them because you'd rather be majoring for Sling Gang, because like turn 1 Lackey, turn 2 put in Sling Gang, cast pile driver is a turn 3 kill. And turn 3 is like a threshold where you can reasonably get under some of the combo decks. Turn 4 is too slow almost all the time, but turn 3 is pretty reasonable. Like with like a Cavern. Like a turn 3 completely uncounterable kill through Cavern is like pretty impressive. So there is an argument that this squad should be a third pile driver. It also makes sideboarding a little easier because pile driver is one of those cards that you always know when you want to cut it. Earwig Squad is a little like, you know when it's good usually, but you know when it's great. You don't know when it's medium because it's so contextual. Like against Loam, it's not bad because it's a 5/3. You can take the scary 1-ofs, like you can take like the Tabernacle and the 2 Plague Engineers out of their deck, but it also is a little dicey to cast because you don't want to be fetching out Badlands ever, so you need a Cavern, most likely, and it can be a little difficult to actually be attacking. It can be difficult to get to 3 mana in the first place because you might be functioning entirely off of Vial. So those are the reasons to not like Squad. And it doesn't KO any combo decks right now. All of them are 4-of based. I might be mistaken on that, but I guess like Omnitel. I've seen some Omni lists with like 2 Emrakul's, 1 Grizzlebrand, so if you can take those. Cunning Wish, like they might have to I guess they can do like well, it might be difficult for them to win from that point. Like Omni, Cunning Wish, I guess release the Ants, but then they have to put... Oh, they can just put Omniscience on top of their deck. I was thinking they might don't have anything bigger than a fort, but they can just put omniscience on top. Yeah, I mean, two is the critical number to open up the double pile driver kill. Like, the third one is sort of redundant in those circumstances, but in terms of how frequently you want to draw your pile drivers, I feel like I'm a fan of 3. And over time, I've always seemed to gravitate towards 3 pile drivers. So this slot is kind of up in the air for me. Really depends on what you're expecting to face. If you're expecting to face... This is quite good against like Stifle pile. Taking the engineers out of the deck and then like Euro, or like they're really... Or you could take like Punishing Fires or something. It's really hard to kill early game with... It doesn't die to P-Fire, it doesn't die to Decay, it does die to Trophy. It doesn't die to Drown in the Lock unless you have 5 cards in your graveyard, which is like certainly not nothing early game. And it hits really hard. So I do like Squad in that matchup. Third rep's great. I think the sideboard's really good. I don't think I want to change anything about the sideboard. I like that we have 2 fair graveyard cards and then 3 unfair stuff. I like that. What about Kiki? I don't want any true 5-drops in my deck. Kiki too slow. It's also kind of hard to cast. Like, ooh, no, not cut a mountain. I really don't want 5-drops in my deck anymore. Those days, unless I had more acceleration, like if I had more War Chiefs, if I had Chrome Moxes, Sworn Instigators, those decks can support Kiki better. Like I've played Kiki in more like normal builds before, when I didn't like Siege Gang Commander, but ever since Sling Gang came out, it's just like Sling Gang's just like the best finisher for Goblins ever printed. Like any game you're winning with Kiki, you probably could have done it with Sling Gang. I mean, that's not really true, but they are similar top end finishers. Like Kiki does get you out of some funky situations, like, oh, I can Kiki my Chain Whirler to Wrath Elves the second time. Or if I'm in a value fight, copy Ringleader and stuff like that. Or Hasty Pile Driver. Those are nice things about Kiki. But it's also really low value if you like lock into Kiki and they just bolt the Kiki or whatever 2-mana removal spell on the Kiki, and then your Lackey didn't really do anything for a turn. That's a real feels bad. It's also worse with Plague Engineer on board because you're less likely to have things around to copy. Like, you don't have as much kind of free idiots to get beneficial ETBs out of. That's my logic anyway. Issues with this list are that it's weak to lands and depths. I have like 1 good sideboard card against depths. 2 Channelers, alright. I'm just like stone cold dead to depths with this configuration. But I haven't seen depths in forever, and so I've been slowly cutting Pithing Needles and Caracas, just because that's just not where the meta seems to be at. But I'm scared I'm going to run into it and just get bodied. Alright, we had some raids and we had a sub. Tim subbed, so we're going to open a chest for Tim. Hey, 25 play points, nice. That art is pretty dope. Alright, let's see who else is streaming Legacy. Anurag, Phil, Jarvis. Jarvis playing Modern. Yeah, Mindbreak's pretty good. I could easily see playing 2 right now, honestly. Like, if Leyline's not actually doing the job against Breach, then I should be playing something else. I could play like 2 Surgicals and a second Mindbreak. Alright, we're going to send you over to Phil. Because he's playing not Breach. Alright, see y'all next time. Appreciate you hanging out.